Today I'm going to be answering the question, what is a virtual law office? My name's Steve Fernari and I'm a practicing corporate attorney and the founder of New York City-based Law Firm Suites, which is the operator of a shared law office suite and a provider of virtual office services for nearly 200 law firms. Sometimes when the two words law and virtual, when put together, are used to describe three very different concepts. But the law is one profession where words really matter, and these subtle differences can have a meaningful effect on an attorney's compliance with ethics rules. So let's dive into it. A virtual law firm is a practice that doesn't utilize a central office to house attorney or permanent staff. Instead, the firm's attorneys work from wherever they choose, most often from home. The firm relies on software as a service applications to securely store client documents and communicate with clients. It increases and decreases support staff on a per-project basis. Virtual law firms are often referred to as virtual law practices, and some virtual law firms maintain virtual law offices, which we'll get to in a minute, to receive mail and meet with clients, while other firms conduct all of their business online and never meet clients in person, what we call a pure virtual law firm. A virtual law office is an unbundled office rental arrangement where firms get the business presence of a traditional office and have access to its resources, such as an address to receive mail, a physical location to meet clients, conference rooms, receptionists, and admin services, and also temporary office space. The difference is that attorneys pay for the services only when they need them. Virtual law offices are often sold in packages with higher price packages including more services, and in the New York City area, they start at about $100 a month. Attorneys using virtual law offices work primarily from another location, which can be the attorney's home office, as in the case of a virtual law firm, or a traditional bricks and mortar office in another location. So in 2011, I moved from New York to Florida. My law firm's bricks and mortar offices are now in Florida, but we use a virtual law office rental in New York at Law Firm Suites' Financial District location. Virtual law firms and virtual law offices are not to be confused with virtual legal services, which are actual legal services that are provided and delivered exclusively online using software as a service applications. Virtual legal services include services that are performed by both attorneys and non-lawyer legal form companies like Rocket Lawyer and LegalZoom. In the case of virtual legal services performed by a law firm, often these services are unbundled, meaning that the client performs some or all of the services themselves with the guidance of an application, and the lawyer intervenes on a minimal basis, if at all. But virtual legal services performed by attorneys are different from those of non-lawyer form companies in that, assuming jurisdictional compliance, attorneys can actually render legal advice as part of the transaction, which the non-lawyer entities at present cannot. So as it turns out, lawyers have been using some form of virtual offices for decades. I talk about the history of the virtual law office in my article, The Rise of the Legal Virtual Office. I also discuss some of the hybrid law firms that we'll see more of in the future. You could read the article at Law Firm Suites blog by going to lawfirmsuites.com/rise. So that about wraps it up for me. If you'd like to learn more about Law Firm Suites virtual office programs, visit our website at lawfirmsuites.com.